course, Levon Aronian, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about your approach countering this Sicilian. We've seen you use this in Rapid, but how well did it work in classical chess?
I just thought, just to play, just to see how it goes, just to come up with some ideas. So this was my approach today, because Lanier is a great theoretical player. He's a great player, but he also knows the theory very well. So I thought, no, I should just play regular chess.
Did you feel you know him better as a player now that you were teammates in the recent Olympiad?
I generally know him quite well, not just as a teammate, but also as a dear friend.
Mm-hmm.
Someone whose company I enjoy very much, whose family I consider to be one of the closest families to my family.
Excellent. So take us a little bit through some of the key moments you think that perhaps were interesting here in this game.
Yeah, I thought this rook b1 is an interesting try, just to get some kind of stop black from immediately equalizing with d5. And so b5, I thought knight b8 was a good move.
Here, b5, instead of retreating to
because,
a... Yeah.
Yeah, because knight a5, I think, is strategically risky.
With the knight so offside. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and knight e5 is also kind of strategically risky, because I just take and play knight g3, rook e1, knight f1, knight e3.
Mm-hmm.
Once I establish this dominance over the c4 square, and even when the knights are off, the bishop is not a happy bunny on b7.
Not so much, right? This one in b7, yeah.
Yeah.
So he countered this properly by playing the knight to b8, a counter-developing move, and it seemed that after the move a6, he was pretty much equal. Yeah,
I think he played quite well here, and then I think I took a bit of a risk when I went for all of this. I thought c3,
mm-hmm.
it's a very double-edged position. If black goes, for knight f8 with idea knight c7, trying to take the pawn.
Knight e8, knight c7.
Yeah, because knight e8, d4, let's say.
Yes.
Knight c7, it gets extremely sharp.
You might just lose the pawn, right?
Yeah. Because he can close it with c4, but then I get my play on the king side, so I was kind of getting excited. And then knight e5, I think, was a strong move.
Knight e5 just shutting this down, right?
Yeah, because now I will have to put the pawn on c4, I think.
Right.
I tried to by queen c2, but then, yeah, what I did I thought made sense.
You mean you're trying not to put the pawn on c4? Mm-hmm.
But somehow I couldn't work this, I couldn't make this knight c4 work on move 34. 24, sorry.
24. Here,
yeah.
Knight c4 in this position.
Yeah, because somehow rook b5, and it seems that everything is covered for him.
Right.
It seemed to me that I might have this good play with rook a1, knight c4, bishop c4, rook a5, takes, and all those weaknesses. But the rook protects the a5 pawn, the bishop protects the c5 pawn, and he just comes out. So it's an equal position.
All right. So at the end, you decided to agree to a draw here. It did seem about equal, too close for the position.
Yeah, if I exchange the rooks, then how I'm going to win? And if I don't exchange the rooks, he will always have a counterplay. So it's tiny bit better for white, because I can, I have the chances to play on, but I didn't see a way I can progress in this position.
Yeah, it's difficult for sure. We thought this was a very safe construction, even in Buckhouse.
Absolutely.
Levon, I have to ask you, what was your thought process and reaction seeing the world champion Magnus Carlsen not show up for today's game?
I don't know. Maybe he's sick. I don't know. It happens.
He has withdrawn from the tournament. We are told it is not health-related, but we haven't been given a full explanation just yet. We'll definitely update it. A little bit of buzzing going around for the players afterwards?
Well, I think it quite often happens when young players play very well. There is all these accusations towards them. All of my colleagues are pretty much paranoid, and quite often I was the one telling them, come on, guys. I know myself, I'm an idiot, and I'm a good player. I always think that young players can play very well. There is no reason for them not to play well. So I never have this kind of feeling, oh, my opponent is, he's overperforming because, and at the same time, I mean, if the young players are not playing very well or not occasionally beating us, then what can we learn from them? You know, and it also shows that we haven't taught them anything. And I personally, I've played against Magnus when he was very young, and I've learned from him a great deal.
Of course, one of the more traditional powerhouse matches that we've had in the last decade and a half.
Therefore, I mean, if I was sitting there and thinking that he's, you know, there's something suspicious about how strong he plays, I don't think it would be very beneficial for me. I could never learn from him. I would always think that, no, there is something wrong with his play, or, yeah.
Did you feel that you've learned from your encounters here at the Sinquefield Cup?
Absolutely. Yesterday, I've learned a great deal. I think I underestimated the attack of my opponent, and I really underestimated this move A3 in my preparation, and I think he played very, very well. So, as upsetting it is, you know, it's an opportunity to learn and improve. You know, there is that's what motivates me in life.
You can always learn about chess and about life from Levon Aronian. Thank you for joining us here, and well, good luck in the rest of your games.
Thank you.
Thank you, Levon, for sure. And we strongly echo that. It's when Levon is playing well,